How a professor opened the door for a student by introducing her to a new tool. What is that tool? We take a look.
How one nonprofit is helping the East Tennessee community with substance abuse.
I wish it was still snowing. I kind of want it to be more snow.
Not great. I'm not a big fan of the snow. I hate the cold.
Rocky Top was turned into a winter wonderland this week. We hear about what students think.
Records have once again been broken in the pool. We're following some exciting breaking news for you today. Thanks for joining us for TVC News. I'm Aubrey Curran.
And I'm Alexa Durbin. In Athens, Georgia, your UT swim and dive team have been battling in the SEC Championship, bringing home some impressive records.
Our Griffin Hadley has been covering the meet all week for us on social media. We kick it over to him for an update on where our team stands.
It was an all-time night for Tennessee here in night number 2 at the SEC Championships. Tennessee won 3 gold medals, including an NCAA record, the fastest time in history in the 200 freestyle relay. Jordan Crooks, Guy Caribe, Lamar Taylor, and Nikolai Blackman broke the record, and Lamar Taylor now holds the record for the NCAA 200 freestyle relay in both Division II and Division I. In the same event, the Lady Vols took the bronze medal in the 200 freestyle relay with the second fastest time in school history. The Lady Vols put 4 finalists in the 500 freestyle, including a record-breaking swim from Ella Jansen, breaking her own school record in the B final. Kate McCarville placed 8 in the championship final. In the 200 individual medley, the Lady Vols put 4 finalists in the A, B, and C finals, including a 4th place finish from Sarah Stotler and a 5th place finish from Josephine Fuller. And my goodness, the 50 freestyles. Tennessee won the last 4 heats of the night. Camille Spink won another gold medal, now a back-to-back champion, the first to do it since Lady Vol Erica Brown and Jordan Crooks went back-to-back, becoming the first swimmer in SEC history to win 4 straight titles in the 50-yard freestyle, breaking his own school record. And Guy Caribe finished 3rd with the bronze medal. And on the springboards, Lene Shorter battles on the 3-meter to place 13th in the B final. It was an exceptional day. Camille Spink, 50 free champ. Do you have anything to add?
Winning is living!
Oh!
In case you didn't go outside this week, I know I wish I hadn't. Rocky Top was dusted with a thick layer of snow.
Here's a look around campus. Our Caleb Colvin shot this video for us. Our team coverage starts here with Jackson Berg to break down what all happened this week.
It's been a cold start to our day. Jackson, is this sticking around this weekend?
Thanks, guys. Let's recap what's been happening with the weather the past few days. We have been seeing very cold temperatures with temperatures as low as 25 degrees on Wednesday, and we have been seeing a decent amount of wintry precipitation like snow or sleet, and that's been causing slick roads and sidewalks. This graph here shows the minimum temperatures, and we can see near Knoxville those temperatures are as low as 12 degrees. And then this graph is going to show our wind chills with them getting down to nearly 8 degrees. This was from Tuesday evening until Wednesday evening when there was a winter weather advisory over Knoxville and the surrounding areas. We saw snow reach levels near 1/4 of an inch in accumulation for some areas, which caused many classes to be canceled because of higher risk commutes to campus on Wednesday and Thursday. If we look here, we can see the predicted snowfall from when that advisory was in place. So there's about a 50% chance that accumulation would reach over 1 inch. The weekend forecast will be covered a little bit later on in the show, so stay tuned.
Thanks, Jackson. One professor in the College of Communication is helping students who struggle with a common learning disability.
I spoke with Dr. Kola, who discovered Open Dyslexic, a font that makes reading easier for those who have dyslexia, and learned of the impact it has made on students. For some students, reading what's on your computer screen is an easy task. But for those diagnosed with dyslexia, it can be quite a challenge.
I found out towards the end of my high school career, and it was something that, became a part of my identity, and I had to learn how to accept that.
Addie Lafayette is a UT senior who's had to overcome certain challenges in the classroom.
So something that's been really hard for me in college is the PowerPoints that professors use. A lot of them use different fonts, they use different sizings. It takes a lot longer for me to be able to change those capital letters into normal letters.
But Addie's learning ability has been made a little easier thanks to CCI professor Dr. Kola, who recently found Open Dyslexic, a font that converts what students read.
I often do searches just for helping students in the classroom, and I came across it on a search and did some research about it and decided that it doesn't work for everybody, but I figured if it only helped one person, it's certainly worth it.
Cola shared the font with her CCI colleagues, where it was then sent out to students.
And I was shocked just at how easy it was to access on my computer, and then how much different it made everything that I was reading.
From taking notes to browsing the internet, the font translates words and letters to help students better understand what they see.
I think that this will really change the game for students with dyslexia because it'll make things a lot easier to understand and comprehend.
It's a resource that anyone and everyone can use.
This is why I do what I do, because, you know, this is going to help her hopefully the rest of her life.
Making students feel supported.
I think if I would have had this in high school, it really would have helped me.
And showing them there's always a helping hand.
I'm very grateful that I've had a great team and a great support system along the way with this journey.
On UT campus, Alexa Durbin, TVC News. To learn more about Open Dyslexic and how you can benefit from it, visit our Instagram page at TVC News Now. Construction on campus is a year-long occurrence, impacting every student in its path.
But amidst the chaos, one group of students in particular may be being overlooked. I had the chance of looking further into this issue.
I think sometimes when there are construction projects that are happening, there's maybe not enough information or signage that sort of says that there's a construction project happening. Sometimes I don't realize a sidewalk is closed and it may be the only accessible route for me to get to class. Right now there's one outside of the Mincow Electrical Engineering building that's a little bit challenging for my wheelchair.
Megan Quigley is an undergraduate student who has had some issues with campus construction.
There was an instance rather recently in the Humanities and Social Sciences building where they were repairing the elevator, and I come in on the plaza floor, which is the main accessible entrance, and to get to my classroom I have to take the elevator up one floor. But there was no sign that said elevator out of order, you know, something like that to denote that it's not working that day, and I had to miss a class because I couldn't access the second floor.
An issue accessibility advocate and student government Senator Maddie Bell says can alter the routes of these students into a more dangerous and time-consuming one.
Most of the time, people who are in wheelchairs can't even use the sidewalk and just have to use the street, which is obviously dangerous, you know, and causes other issues as well.
The overall upkeep of campus sidewalks during construction is the main point of concern for these students.
If the construction's like near a sidewalk, they will block off the sidewalk and keep that as like an area of the construction zone, which they shouldn't.
The biggest deal to me in terms of accessibility is the sidewalks being well maintained.
Although Bell admits campus accessibility has improved over the years, her end goal is to bring overall awareness to the issue.
I mean, it's a minor change and there's a lot of more improvements, you know, to be made and addressed, but that's a start, you know? So it's just, we're trying to bring awareness is the main thing.
In Knoxville, Aubrey Curran, Vol News.
Maddie has been working on accessibility for years and has already successfully passed a bill with student government on updating old signage and facilities around campus.
Yeah, Alexa, and you know, just following these students around for the day really put their issues in light for me. I mean, a broken elevator would just set me back a couple seconds in taking the stairs, but for Megan it meant missing a whole class. Now, these students aren't calling for any sort of drastic change. Their main wish for this story was for communication to be better when construction is underway, and of course for the sidewalks to be well maintained.
The Knox County Forensic Center releases an annual drug-related death report every June. In 2023, there were over 519 overdose deaths. Our Kyla Berry went to a conference that is helping decrease these drug-related deaths all across East Tennessee.
Kyla, what is this conference and how are they helping lower the death rate?
Yeah, Aubrey, Metro Drug Coalition is a nonprofit organization focused on creating a community free of substance misuse. For nearly 8 years, Metro Drug Coalition has brought together community partners to raise awareness surrounding the opioid crisis in East Tennessee. And as you can see from those numbers provided by the Knox County Forensics team, there's still more work to be done. Metro Drug Coalition holds an opioid conference every year, bringing together recovery, medical professionals, therapists, counselors, and community members.
Creates an opportunity for the healthcare providers to get together to to build relationships, to learn what best practices are happening.
Metro Drug Coalition tells me this year's convention focuses on ways to prevent substance misuse from starting.
Looking at ways to be innovative and provide more addictions care and mental health care in a primary care setting.
Executive Director of Metro Drug Coalition says 8 years ago they saw a need for change in substance misuse.
Things have changed as a result of a lot of the work that Metro Drug Coalition has done, and that the group of folks that attends this conference.
The system is improving. It's not improving.
Dr. Stephen Lloyd, the Chief Medical Officer at Cedar Recovery, is one of these professionals.
And these people are from all walks of medicine now, and it was just us who were in recovery ourselves, as I am.
Dr. Lloyd tells me his own recovery journey helps him serve his community every day.
More important than my MD degree. There's no question about that. I mean, without addiction, I'm just another guy with an MD.
He is not the only one using his experiences to change the future of substance misuse.
Having that personal connection is certainly is easy for me to bring passion to what I'm doing, because it truly is something that I care about and I live every single day.
In Lenore City, Kyla Berry, Vol News. Metro Drug Coalition tells you that this has been the biggest opioid conference yet. They raised over $42,000 yesterday, and this money all will go back to the nonprofit organization and help people dealing with substance misuse all across East Tennessee.
Kyla, with the use of Narcan, has this helped decrease the overdose rate?
Yeah, Alexa, Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services says Narcan provided through the Tennessee Save a Life program has reversed more than 103,000 overdoses. And to put that into perspective for you guys, that is enough lives saved to fill Neyland Stadium. Next week, I break down how you can use Narcan to save a life with Metro Drug Coalition Prevention Coordinator Bethany Lemons.
Wow, that is really amazing. Thank you, Kyla. From prosthetic thumbs to a new type of soybean, some innovative ideas were given the funding needed to help bring these UT-made products to the market.
Tuesday at the Chancellor's Innovation Fund Award Ceremony, 5 faculty members were given $50,000 each to help bring their products to the market. The Chancellor's Innovation Fund Award is one of the ways that the university is encouraging innovation and creativity among its community, and this grant will be vital to helping these professors turn their research into products.
Entrepreneurship and New Ventures Mark Nabin says this process is very competitive and much training is given to the recipients.
This year we got 23 proposals, out of which we picked eight semifinalists. And out of the 8 semifinalists, we kind of worked with all of these folks, went through training, and the 5 that you see was a product of those 8. So I would say it's pretty competitive, right? We're going through rigorous training, a lot of coaching sessions, and only the best are making it. So that's what we got going on.
If you want to learn more about the award recipients, visit the Engineering and Technology page on news.utk.edu.
The National Panhellenic Council hosts events and community engagement on campus that provide a platform for service, advocacy, and leadership. Our Lily Van Alsberg takes us to one of those events, the Multicultural Student Life Networking event.
Lily, how is NPHC helping students through their events?
These events, such as networking event, aim to educate all students on career development, health and wellness, community service, and advocacy for all multicultural groups. The National Panhellenic Council plays a vital role in creating a sense of community and leadership among its members. Organizations within the NPHC host events for students that inspire personal growth. I spoke to 2 students of the Alpha Kappa Alpha chapter on how these events impact not only themselves, but those around them.
Sydney Ivory is grateful to serve as the vice president of her chapter because she witnesses firsthand the impact the NPHC has on students.
With what NPHC does is we kind of advocate. We advocate for the students on campus, but we also provide events, provide education and opportunities for students to come out to get a taste of something that they've never seen before.
A networking event hosted by Multicultural Student Life fostered both academic and professional growth opportunities.
And this event is just helping students with networking and professional development opportunities by providing things like free headshots, advice from professionals, and giving giving students the opportunity to give their resumes.
Jada Walker appreciates the university's efforts to hold events and create spaces for the members of the MPHC.
The university is doing the best that they can as it relates to making sure that we still have conferences like the Black Issues Conference we had earlier this month, or events like this.
She encourages other students to attend the events to become educated about their organizations and ask questions that create conversation.
But also making sure that other students know that all of the events are open to the public and that they're welcome to come. All of our events are for the betterment of MPHC and the community as a whole.
This event, like MPHC's others, are important for students who may not have had these resources before.
Like for instance, our event tonight, the networking event, some students, they may not have went to a career fair or they may not have gone before, but this purpose of this event is to teach them about some of the core skills of networking, some of the core skills of starting a professional career, so I think that's really important.
The MPHC is more than just organizations. It's a community that empowers students to lead, connect, and create change. On UT's campus, Lily Van Allsburg, Vol News.
For more information about MPHC's future events, visit studentlife.utk.edu/gogreek/MPHC. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Lily.
When we get back, we turn to see what you missed with sports this week.
Your baseball's had an explosive first series of the year with lots to look forward to.
And your Lady Vols basketball took down one of our biggest rivals. All that and more when we get back.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We are the Tennessee Volunteers. People who create connections, push boundaries, do the research that changes lives. We've got world-class academics and championship athletics. To be the best, you gotta learn from the best. And if you wanna lead, you gotta light the way. We've got what it takes. It takes a volunteer.
Welcome back to TVC News. It's been a busy week for sports here on Rocky Top, but when is it not? Am I right, Alexa?
Right, Aubrey. Our Zach Pelfrey joins us to bring you up to date on everything you missed. Zach?
Thanks, guys. From triumphant wins over longtime rivals to dominant series wins, there's a lot to cover here on the Rocky Top Sports Report. Some big names in Lady Vols basketball are receiving some accolades. Lady Vol for Life Shamiqua Holtzclaw was named to Tennessee's Sports Hall of Fame class of 2025. And Coach Kim Caldwell was named to the Naismith Women's Coach of the Year watch list. Caldwell is one of 6 SEC coaches to make this list. But last night, we saw a different kind of success, as the Lady Vols fought hard and won against Alabama. It was the first time that the two have both been ranked since 1998, with outstanding performances and double-digit scoring from Jewel Spears, Talisha Cooper, and Z Spearman. The Lady Vols sent the Tide back to Tuscaloosa. Staying on the hardwood, it's been a quiet week for the men's team, but this Saturday the Vols are heading down to College Station. The Vols are hoping to secure a much-needed win against number 7 Texas A&M. But it won't be easy. The Vols are only 5-4 when it comes to playing ranked opponents, and this is their closest matchup yet. Over to the Diamond, a tough loss yesterday for the Lady Vols softball team was followed up by a major win soon after. After nearly 8 scoreless innings, Oregon beat the Lady Vols 1-0 in their first game of the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. After that, the Lady Vols dominated their next game against Oregon State, winning 10-0. Sophia Nugent delivered a team-leading 4 RBIs, and Aaron Newer threw 6 shutout innings. This afternoon, the Lady Vols play against Rutgers at 1:30, UCLA at 6:30, and tomorrow they close out their gauntlet against Minnesota. It was also a very successful first week for the Base Vols. They went 3-0 in their first weekend series against Hofstra, winning each game by at least 12 runs. The Vols also beat UNC Asheville 29-4 this past Tuesday. This weekend, they got another series against Samford, and they're looking to repeat the same success they found in the first series. Big changes are coming to the way NIL operates. Our Luke Lamry speaks with experts on the topic to break down what this means for the future of athletics.
In January, the University of Tennessee settled a lawsuit with the NCAA over NIL.
NIL, it stands for name, image, and likeness, and this idea that athletes should be compensated if they have a market value.
Jim B. Miller, a sports law professor at the University of Tennessee, has extensive research on the topic. In 2024, Tennessee filed a lawsuit against the NCAA over its regulations over NIL and how universities recruit athletes. B. Miller says the university felt the NCAA crossed a legal line.
There was some restrictions put on the third-party collectives saying that they couldn't be involved in talking to athletes and recruit them to the schools. In Tennessee, and the Attorney General for Virginia sued, and the court gave a preliminary injunction saying that you can't enforce those restrictions.
Despite the NCAA relinquishing NIL recruitment control, journalism and media professor Shannon Scoville says we're still officially waiting to see what this means for the future of collegiate athletics.
What is being discussed right now as an implication of the settlement is roster caps, which is impacting Olympic sports in a big way. Potentially direct payments to athletes, revenue sharing up to $21 million, I believe.
Another new development came in early February when the Department of Education removed Title IX guidance from NIL deals. Scoville has expertise in NIL, gender, and media.
To me, Title IX is non-negotiable. It's a federal law. Our politicians don't agree with that stance, or at least some of them don't, but to me it's the law.
While we don't know what's on the horizon for NIL, we do know that the future of collegiate athletics will look drastically different. For Vol News, I'm Luke Lamry.
Sadly, though, that is all the time I have for you today for the Rocky Top Sports Report. We'll be back next week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Zach. When we get back, we take a look at a big name on campus. How the dean of the new School for Public Policy found her place on Rocky Top.
And a look at how funding has impacted certain student organizations.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
We are the Tennessee Volunteers. People who create connections, push boundaries, do the research that changes lives. We've got world-class academics and championship athletics. To be the best, you gotta learn from the best. And if you wanna lead, you gotta light the way. We've got what it takes. It takes a volunteer.
Hey Vols, welcome back. Let's take a look at our weekend weather forecast here on Rocky Top. It is expected to stop snowing for the remainder of the weekend. However, there is a slight chance of some minor flurries Friday night into Saturday morning, but definitely nothing we should expect. And although the snow is leaving, the cold temperatures are going to remain this weekend. Temperatures as low as the mid-20s through Friday and Saturday nights. Friday we'll see temperatures around the lower 40s, and it might remain slightly overcast with wind gusts around 25 miles per hour. Saturday we will see a high of around 45 degrees, but again falling into the 20s throughout the night, and also we'll be seeing some light winds. The skies will be clearing up with partly sunny skies starting Saturday, and we're expected to see a day full of sun on Sunday, which will have highs up to 50 degrees. Winter is still in full swing, so remember to stay warm and stay cautious of the shift in weather that Knoxville has been seeing over these past few weeks. That's all the weekend weather updates that I have for you. Back to you guys at the desk.
Day full of sunshine. Happy for that. Thanks, Jackson. Hope you had fun time in the fall winter wonderland. For the second year time this year, UT's campus saw extremely cold temperatures and snow.
While the university wasn't officially closed, many professors opted to put classes on Zoom. Students took full advantage of it, making little snowmen all over campus. But for many Tennessee natives, the snow is considered an unusual phenomenon, especially for a second time, something that researchers say might be the result of climate change.
You know, climate change is not necessarily a warming. It could be, we call it extreme weather, right? Extreme weather can be a very warm and very cold, because it is we call it abnormal.
Tune in next week as we dive deeper into why behind the scenes seems to be colder than usual winter. In this cold, many students still have to go to class.
Our own Caleb Colvin went out to campus to talk to students and get their thoughts on the snow.
What's up, y'all? It's Caleb here. It's snowing in Knoxville, so today I'm on campus getting the students' opinions about the weather. How do you feel about the snow today?
I'm pretty happy, honestly. I woke up, look outside, I'm in a good mood immediately.
I wish it was still snowing. I kind of want it to be more snow.
Not great. I'm not a big fan of the snow. I hate the cold.
I feel good about it. I like that when it's cold. I like it to snow when it's cold and not just be cold.
I really like it. It reminds me of film. I'm from Germany, from the Alps.
I love the snow, except I wish my management exam was canceled.
Shouldn't have canceled class. I mean, cancel class more because I don't want to go to class.
What's y'all opinion about snow days in Knoxville? Like, do y'all enjoy them or are y'all over it at this point?
Oh no, I enjoyed them.
Yeah, I do enjoy the snow days. I am ready for spring to come, but it was a good last snow day.
I'm from Ohio, so I like the snow.
I enjoy them just because I'm from Nashville. It didn't snow much growing up, so I just like every bit of snow I can get.
Definitely enjoy snow days, but here in Knoxville, there's not much to do when it's snowing.
I might go mess around in the snow later, go sledding.
I think it's cute, but they should give us the day off so we can play in the snow and have fun and stuff.
What's your favorite thing to do when it snows?
Sledding. I really like going sledding and skiing.
Probably stay inside, honestly, make soup, watch TV.
Normally skiing or going for hikes.
Sledding and hot chocolate.
Well, I used to competitively downhill ski, so I definitely like skiing for sure.
Probably build snow forts. I built an igloo one time.
I really like to build miniaturized snowmans. I think they're super cute, and I like to leave them around my house or campus and stuff.
If I find a hill, I'll sled with my friends or build a snowman or something. Just be a kid again.
That's it for me, guys. It's supposed to be cold Thursday and Friday, so please make sure that you're staying bundled up and warmed up. If you got anything planned, make sure you're staying safe too.
And while it may be cold outside, brighter days are hopefully ahead as it should warm up going into next week. Now, I seriously hope that's true because I don't know about you, Alexa, but I am not built for this cold weather.
A little over it.
Yeah.
You may see dancers at the Student Union every Wednesday and Thursday and Sunday, but now they have more to worry about than just their performance. Our own Caitlin Kirkpatrick tells us more about it.
think what's been really beneficial is that it's really been able to give us a chance to tap into our community and local people who support the company so much. So it's been a great learning opportunity for us.
This year, bosses had to hold more percentage nights at local businesses to raise money for the company, ensuring that they will have the funds to pull off an amazing show.
The Baker School for Public Policy and Public Affairs has gone through a major overhaul the past few years, all headed by Dean Marianne Wanamaker.
Our reporter Nick Suttle got to sit down with her to hear about how she ended up as dean. Nick, what did you learn?
Thanks, guys. Well, I not only learned about all of her amazing accomplishments, such as working in the White House, but she also gave insightful advice to students. However, her path to being the dean as a small-town girl going to a rival school just 3 hours west of here.
We are soon to be
and then got to the end of 4 years and kind of thought, okay, what's the next best thing I can do? And
she eventually moved to Boston and did consulting until she found something she was more passionate about.
I went to grad school at Northwestern in Chicago, and when I was done, I applied for jobs all over the country, and the job at UT was the one that ended up making the most sense.
However, after being a professor with the Haslam College for 16 years, her life was about to change with just one phone call.
Do you want to come work in the White House? This is like March of 2017.
Her time in the White House also pushed her farther than her previous jobs.
The White House was harder than that. It's just really unpredictable. So you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or really even in the next 30 minutes.
The hardest transition, though, was coming back to the university as a professor.
I felt like really making a difference for the country, and then to come back to UT into a job that I loved, but I just felt like I wasn't having enough of an impact.
Her solution came with just a single call for help, and Chancellor Plowman answered.
How about Baker Center? And then, of course, about a year and a half later, we converted what was the center into a school.
Dean Wanamaker also got to share her advice to younger women who are looking at making their mark.
Don't make gender an issue.
Not many people are able to say they have worked in the White House and became the dean of a new college. What do y'all guys think?
Well, she's definitely a trailblazer for sure. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick. Are you looking for more ways to be involved with your college program but don't know how to do it? The College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences might just have a program for you.
Yeah, the Dean's Undergraduate Ambassador Board Program for the College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences is a program that helps future vols get a deeper understanding on what their specific college would look like. This program takes a variety of majors to be their tour guides, such as education and kinesiology.
We are soon to be looking for new ambassadors for our fall 25 academic year. I believe our application goes live March 1st, and then we'll do interviews sometime in April. So if you're interested, please come out.
If you are interested in this program, keep a lookout because applications will be sent out in your email.
Sadly, that is all we have. That's all the time we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us for TVC News.
Yeah, be sure to follow us at TVC News Now to stay up to date on everything on campus. We'll be back next week.
Until then, go Vols.